stops for nothing. Nothing.
Walking high where the wild winds play.
Let's see what we got set up for this week.
Me and my dog chasing the day. Paws on the dirt and boots on the stone. Out in the world where we both feel home. Oh, my hiking dog, you're my trailside guide. With your wagging tail and your endless stride. Through the forest green to the mountains face. You make the wild feel like the safest place. You sniff the air while I map the trail. Together we're strong, no way we'll fail. The world out here feels big and free, but it's just you and me under this canopy. Oh, my hiking dog, you're my trailside guide. With your wagging tail and your endless stride. Through the forest green to the mountains face. You make the wild feel like the safest place. You're my trailside guide. With your wagging tail and your endless stride. Through the forest green to the mountains fade.
What you're seeing here is Lake Darling State Park. And this is our day one of a 4-day adventure. Our one and only stop for hiking. The cab and I are taking, and right now we're in the campground. Over there is our setup. And we're here for 2 nights. We're going to hit a bunch of parks on our board, get them checked off. We've already done a little over a 4-mile hike out in a wet marshland area. We'll show that later. And that one, there's no talking, just us hiking. But we thought we'd show you the campground here. Lake Darling State Park is named after Ding Darling, the editorial cartoonist for the Des Moines Register. He was a very staunch conservationist in Iowa, and he actually closed the gates that created the damming effect off of the creek here that created Darling Lake, and that was in 1950 when the park was incepted. So Lake Darling is 1,400 acres. 300 acres is the lake. And you'll see a number of ponds throughout the property. And that's where the sediment build up so that the lake doesn't fill in. And this is one of those parks that just has a great family atmosphere to it. Right now it's pretty sparsely populated with campers. It's just about the end of April. I'm thinking it's a little under 50 degrees right now. But it's absolutely beautiful. Sun's going down. Cab's happy because he's not hot. But they've got really nice campsites here. There are 118 sites in all, and 84 of those have electric. The site we chose does not. We do not need it this time of year. The only time we really would need it is for an air conditioner if it's hot for campers. This time of year, we don't need it at all. But there are many miles of trails in this park. There's a, I think it is 11-mile trail that's completely paved. It goes all around the lake, which I should say, the lake itself has 18 miles of shoreline. So that gives you an idea of the length of the lake. And of course, since it's dammed up by a creek, that's why it's so long. But there's lots of fishing through here. I've seen many fishermen out there on boats, shore fishing. Some folks right off of their campsite. It's a really nice park. Again, it's got that family orientated where it's got something for everybody. The park does have 2 modern bathhouses. So that means there's showers, flush toilets, sinks, everything. And they're pretty nice inside. Now the one we just looked at, the showers are in the main bathroom. In the bathhouse by me, the showers are completely separate. And they're on one side of the building and the bathrooms are on the other. Look at this, somebody biked in. That's pretty neat. We're coming into the primitive sites, which are on the outskirts of this loop. And then on the inner loop, there's full electric, not water hookups at each site, but water available. And of course, there is a dump station here in the park. Gives you an idea of some of the trails. We did not take that one. We want one on the other side of the park. What's really nice about this park is that just to get to the campground off of the highway, it's 2 miles. So you don't get much road noise out here. And like this time of year, like I said, there's hardly anybody here. It's really nice. Big sites. This area is open. If you get closer to the waters, there's definitely more trees. This way, bud. I mean, it's super nice. And these primitive sites back here too, even though they're full sun, they're pretty neat. All the campsites have these fire grates and they're all in great shape. They're tall, they're off the ground, they're open enough underneath that you get airflow. Then you get 2 stories of the grates themselves, so that's nice. Let's see if they're, oh, and they spin really easy. Very good. Very handy, yeah. Should we go see some more? So there is a north and a south campgrounds. The one that we are located in is the north. The south is the ones we just came from. And they both have the primitive sites, the non-electrics. Definitely the south one has more of the non-electrics here. I'll give you another look at just, I mean, look how big those electric sites are. That's just nuts. This way, buddy. I mean, they're big. They are close together. And so I'm sure when this park is full, and I'm betting it does get full, it's probably not a place we would appreciate that much, but if you've got a fifth wheel, one of these big campers, just look how easy that would be. Put them in, to back them in. It does look like some of them do have the water. It's just meant for that one site, which would be handy if you're somebody who needs that. Looks like they do have cabins here, as well as the group site that sits empty all the time. And I'm going to show you the trail that I was talking about. That is a paved trail, multi-use. You can see how it winds down in through there. So the cabins are going to be north of the north campground. Well, here's the circle, the horseshoe of the cabins that you can rent here. They look pretty nice. Man, this almost looks like a city. I don't know what you call it. What are those things called? The city units in the end of the turns? I don't know. But they're nice. Looks like they're in good shape. So that says cabin 10, and this goes to 6, so I'm betting there's 5 cabins around here. I have no idea how much they cost to rent, but you can definitely go online and find that out. So I was going to take this time to tell you what our plans are for the next 4 days. Again, that's a plan. It can change tomorrow, who knows. But we do have some time off. Well, I do. Cav's working all the time since his job is hiking. But we're going to hit a bunch of parks in one. We're going to get the entire southeast corner of Iowa for the ones that are on our list to do. And then we're going to start moving west to pick up some of those southerly ones. So we're going to be doing between 3 and 4 parks a day. And we're base camping. We're not going to pull the trailer to every park. But like here at this park at Lake Darling, we're going to base camp 2 nights, tonight and then tomorrow. And tomorrow's going to be a big day. We're going to hit 4 parks. And then we're going to pull up. That would be Thursday morning and move on to the next park. And I kind of want to wait until I decide which park we're going to base camp at before I put a reservation in, because I want to see the site. Online just doesn't give it justice. The one we have right now has got really nice view, but that wind coming off that lake, it's a little chilly. But that's our plan for the next few days here. And what we're going to do is we'll release the videos in a series. It won't be one big video. Who's got time to watch all of that? But they'll be 10 to 15 minutes long, each park that we visit. And then you can watch them in a series. And they'll probably be released within 1 week, all of them together, or maybe it's over a course of 2 weeks. So it'll be a video or two every week until we're caught up. So now we're to cabins 1 through 5. These are definitely a little bit more rustic. And I see an outhouse over there, so I'm betting there's no plumbing in these. There must be electricity because there's a light bulb. But these are nice and quaint. If you're just looking for a place to lay your head, these are nice. You want to stay here, Cabby? Huh? I don't know if they'll take all the ticks that are hanging out with you. I know I don't want to take them, but you're going to give them to me, aren't you? So we head back to camp. I'm tired. We had a 5.5 hour drive down here today. So we're going to hit the hay early, watch some Ghostbusters off of Netflix, and call it a night. But let's get back to the campsite first. Nope. I don't want you to get wet before we go to bed. So I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but past the honkers there is some pelican. And there's a couple, we've seen quite a few when we first came in. Cabby, back this way. Come on. Yeah, they're pretty far away. You can't see them. But they're the American white pelican. And I think, if I look out there, there's some goslings. Look at that. It's got to be. Yep. 2 pair out there with their goslings. These fellas telling us to stay away. Let's leave them alone, Cabby. Let's go back to camp. So this is our rig for when we're doing these multi-day trips. This definitely saves us on gas that we're not driving all the way back home. Like I said, this is a 5.5 hour trip just to get down here. And we can get multiple parks done in a day. But this is our setup, and maybe when we move on to the next one, I'll give you a full tour of it. I've done that before, but this is an Outbound Extreme I picked up last year. It's pretty comfy. You don't have any electric running to it, so at night it can get a little cool this time of year, but that's what Cab loves. Hey, we're staying over here. Yeah. So we'll see you tomorrow when we hit day 2 of our 4-day adventure. Whose stinky socks are those? They must be mine.